Oh, hello, fellow kids. That is the sound of a other Twitch channel that was just going off on my phone. And who cares about any other Twitch? We right here, baby. And in the immortal words of DMX, we right here. It is week 4 of the Battle of the Bangers. Your boy D Bird here is just trying as he might to try and find his own stream. How's everybody feeling today? Oh, there he is, live and in charge. Oh, there. All right. Now I've got the chat up. How's everyone doing? It is Sunday, March 9th, the year of our Lord 2025. We just got done with the Elite Eight, Battle of the Bangers. I see we got Nick Bonin in the chat, Gray Baby, Cody Nash, Soul Surfer, Paradise. What's up, baby? How we doing? Goom? What's cracking? Jay Ick. Man, I'll just say this. This Elite Eight, pretty freaking elite. I don't know that I've ever seen a tournament pump out this much good music. If I may say so myself, to not to toot my own horn or anything, but beep, beep, this week was full of bangers, and let's be honest, I didn't do shit except for drop a couple words and phrases. You guys did all the work, and I think this is probably going to go down in history as the best week of song making in the world. So, who did we have this week? We had a couple fierce competitors who made it onto the Elite Eight. There are no losers here, and everyone has now made music that they can take with them for the rest of their lives. Show off to the new girl at the gym. Be like, hey, guess what I do in my free time? I participated in an online song tournament. Push the glasses up, lick the lips, and press play on your SoundCloud. What could go wrong? This week, we had Nick Bonin and Relac, the Battle of the Singers. We had King Zig versus Coulter, the Battle of the Deep Voice, and the Battle of the Trolls. How about that? The Battle of the fucking Trolls. Kyle Jamison and Ray Stans, Battle of the Looks Too Good for Their Ages, and M Theory and MCD, Battle of the Clashing Styles. This is Sparta, and this is WCR. Shout out to everyone. Every single person showed up this week, and really, as the host, what more can you ask for? There was a close call. I was like, hey, knock, knock, Kyle Jamison. You want to, drop a song for your battle this week? And he says, oh, yeah, my equipment got fried last night, last night being Friday. He's like, I had to buy an entire new setup in order to participate and drop a thing. So Saturday, apparently, was just the entire day that he had to make his song. And ultimately, we'll get into it. So first up, let's talk about Kyle Jamison versus Ray Stans. Kyle Jamison, with one day, made a Childish Gambino masterpiece. Everyone says he sounds like J. Cole when he raps. I think he is Childish Gambino Childish Gambino with a better voice. What's up, Joe? This motherfucker in 24 hours said, okay, yeah, I'll take your stupid little topic and I'm going to make the best song in the world. Tenacious D'd that. And one thing that I think might have gotten overlooked, not only can he sing, can he rap, but he's got bars. So one of my favorites in that entire section there, and once he got into the rapping, was something about made us say goodbye 3 times, but still swore we were in sync. I know I'm butchering it. He actually makes it make sense, but say bye 3 times and yet you swear we're in sync. Bye, bye, bye. That's fucking clever. That's great. Meanwhile, we have Ray Stans, who probably just fresh out of a date, just like rolled out of bed of like, either the singular girl he's seeing, if that's the case, or the 10th one this week. Who really knows? All I know is this man somehow finds the time to make music in between being so goddamn good looking with crazy good hairline. I don't get it. Yet still he persists. This song this week was dope. Very, very good. I think the rapping really shows how far he's come, from even when he joined the server. And everyone says it. He even this week got a handful of votes. Some people were feeling his song more than Kyle's. I can see why. Like, he definitely has not only grown leaps and bounds, but like all of his cadences and his voice over the beats when he was rapping, super fire, super good. I like what he did this week. The one little piece here, which I think cost him the match, was the chorus. I do think this is a great song that needs to be revisited with just a different chorus, right? So think about that. Just a suggestion from, an elder. Maybe Rogue Radio too. Maybe a young, impressionable Brit can fill in for you. But ultimately, Kyle Jamison's vocal versatility and rap skills won him the week. And he will be moving on to the semifinals. Semifinals. I can't believe we're here already, guys. We're almost done. We're almost done seeing this dumb face yelling at you every Sunday. But not yet, because we've got some more battles to go through. Who else do we have this week? We had M Theory versus MCD. M Theory versus MCD. Fucking really interesting battle here as well. I think that, I called it the clash of the styles, right? Because you have, on one hand, M Theory, who's just so locked into making good sounding underground hip hop, right? Like, he has 1,000 songs in his catalog, and he knows what he's doing when it comes to rapping, cadences, making his voice sound dope over a beat. And then on the other end of the spectrum, you have MCD, which people are saying in the chat already, like, they're waiting for this to come out. We are not just a hip hop server, not just a server full of, fun gamers and cool, youthful looking people in teal sweatshirts. Nay, we also have a bunch of metalheads, and some of which really enjoyed MCD's drop this week. My girl said he's going to hate this, but she's like, kind of reminds me of Linkin Park a little bit. Only in that, he's got the sing-songy, like, sounds good as he's doing the harmony melodic part of it, as well as you got some harder pieces to it as well. It's like Linkin Park meets Disturbed, right? The growls, man, they were so good. Like, it just gets you going. There might be some like ancient, like Viking or ancient, Irish Braveheart shit that goes on in the back of the mind, that the second you're like, roar, you're like, yeah, I need to grab a battle axe and just start splitting skulls. Not in reality, but metaphorically. And this week was skull splitting. MCD just showcases versatility. Ultimately, the voters decided they want to follow this motherfucker into battle and on to the next round. Welcome to the semifinals, MCD. Who else did we have this week? I guess might be a good time to bring up King Zig and Coulter. King Zig and Coulter. What happened this time? Well, again, you have a deep-voiced, dope rapper who is very honed in on his style, right? Zig knows what he's doing. we got kind of this chant sort of cadence that he likes to do, and he makes catchy music. Like, there is no denying this guy can make a banger. This week, however, a lot of people weren't so sure about the instrumental. I think that it might have knocked him down a little bit with just the instrumental choice. And it's crazy how much that can impact something from the voters, right? I think on the other end of the spectrum, you had Coulter, who, I would say he took a chance here, or whether he took a chance or whether he is showcasing his versatility similar to MCD. I think that it's kind of I guess history is decided by the victors, right? So the fact that people voted for him, I guess, proves him right. Nobody gives a shit if you tried something and lost. Then they say, get out on the street, you bum. We don't want that style around here. Instead, they said, wow, Coulter, very cinematic. Wow, Coulter, you can rap, you can sing. What can't you do? So I think a lot of people were impressed at kind of the Tim Burton-esque track that he dropped this week. It is interesting because you see the votes in the chats and people are waiting for these Spotify drops, right? People are stoked for some of these, and not everyone feels the same, right? Some people are like, yo, I need that King Zig drop from last week. Put that on Spotify. That's going to go on my gym playlist as I run around and sniff seats. Other people say, ooh, yeah, give me that Coulter movie. Give me that movie that he just made for this week. And, I'm going to put that on as I dox people online. So either way, whichever way you slice it, this week, Zig got sliced and Coulter katana'd his way into the next round. Welcome, Coulter, to the semifinals. Last but not least, my little songbirds, JCC, aka Relac, and Nick Bonin. Also, a couple new Counter-Strike teammates, perhaps. We'll see. Played a game. Yeah. Oh, was I a young teen phenom of Counter-Strike 20 plus years ago? No, but I did play before, and it was fun running around and clicking buttons, and we did it. That being said, they took a break from their video games to do some music, and again, could not have been a different vibe for both. I think JCC's, Bruno Mars up-tempo poppy song really resonated. I don't think there was a single person that didn't like it. In fact, I think everyone was like, holy shit, this is I need this song. Please give this to me. The only problem with it was, maybe the harshness of the vocals in the mix, or, people had little nitpicky things to say, or they said nothing but glowing reviews. This is the best, but there was just one slightly better. And that would be a credit to Mr. Nick Bonin. He put in his time, put in his 10,000 hours to get that mastery of the craft and of the sound, that sad boy emo sound, right? It's like, what kind of genre would you describe it as? He asked me once. I said, emo hip hop, pop. Dice says pop. Shut up, Joe. How about you suck my dick? I'm gonna spend another 10 minutes on the recap now. No, but shout out Nick Bonin. He really brought it this week. He came in with a radio ready single, pretty fucking right off of the shelf, right? You could just ship that to an A&R at Sony and he'd be like, yes, I want to sign you, and then put you on the shelf for as many years as I can. So, something to think about, something to look into. So congrats, Mr. Nick Bonin, on the skillful display of murder. Shout out JCC. I'd probably put your song on a playlist too. Producer Bird, I see you. Yes, you get a shout out, my precious little birdie. Remembering all these battles is hard work, but without the voters, we would have nothing. And Producer Bird, I didn't see you vote on shit. So think about maybe next round coming in and dropping a vote. All right. Let's find out what the next round will look like, shall we? I've got in here the 4 names of the people moving on to the next round of Battle of the Bangers. We have Nick Bonin. We have Coulter. We've got Kyle James. And we've got MCD. Let's see what we got here, huh? No, I want to talk about Counter-Strike some more. So Counter-Strike 1.6 was so fun back in the day. I even took a little booklet out of a game store and read it on long trips out to the East Coast. I was like, let's read a booklet full of Counter-Strike tips and tricks. Does any of it stick with it? No. And I don't know how that translates into a computer, but yeah, I read a magazine about a computer game that I could not play at the time. So that's a confession from me to you. All right, let's get into this. Let's get into this matchup, shall we? All right, first up. No, actually, Counter-Strike. Oh, it's so fun. I feel like you guys should all come and play. CS2, it's free down. Fuck this tournament. You know what? We're doing a Counter-Strike tournament now. You guys, we don't need that. Let's just talk about Counter-Strike. And honestly, me, JCC, Nick Bonin versus your top 3. Let's go. All right. Just kidding. Enough fucking around. Torture. Oh, I'm up so late. Oh, I have to work tomorrow. Well, guess what? We're getting to it. Let's go. We have Kyle Jamison as the first name out of the hat. Who is Kyle Jamison going to be paired up with this week? I know he doesn't think to tune into these things, so he'll catch it, one day, probably on Saturday evening as I'm like, hey, are you going to drop? He'll be like, oh, did I have like a thing? And then just make an amazing song 4 hours before deadline. Who do we got? Nick Bonin. Kyle Jamison versus Nick Bonin. Nick Bonin. All right. Well, congrats to Kyle Jamison and Nick Bonin. I mean, there really only was, how many possibilities? Some math nerd can tell me what the possibilities are. And we already know what the other matchup is, but I'm still going to pull it out of the thing because it's kind of fun. I like just digging in hats and shit. Ooh, it's MCD versus Coulter. So this is actually a rematch from the first time that we did exactly this tournament. Last time it was Cody Nash who was hosting, and it was his money he put up. That's what got me back into rapping. That's what got Jacob involved in the WCR. So there's a lot of lore here. And I'm pretty sure it was MCD versus Coulter in the second round last tournament. This time, they've both earned their spots in the semifinals. And this time is the one that counts. Last time doesn't count worth shit because yesterday doesn't exist. Tomorrow will never come. And the present is a gift from your mama. All right. Well, that does it, folks. We have Kyle Jamison versus Nick Bonin, and MCD versus Coulter. I am going to go dream up some topics for you fucks, and I'm gonna make them real bad this time. I think, yeah, let's make them bad topics that only produced bad results. If you can have a bad battle, we'll see who does the worst song this week. Maybe we switch it up. Maybe we see who does the worst song and go from there. But there you have it, folks. That's your semifinalists. Good luck to all competitors. I'm excited for this week. And I can't imagine a better outcome than this Saturday. That's all, folks. We will see you on the Discord, and we'll see you around. Thanks for tuning in, and let's make some good music, shall we? Peace.